up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Chicago Bears. Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A 7-yard gain. And the Raiders first down.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. Touchdown! Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap. Fields flushed out right. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. This is Montgomery on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 4th down, Fields.
Forced out to his left.
And he is going to be out of bounds well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on downs.
Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let him do all the work and then someone catch him at the end and pass him up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Swift.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
From the gun, it's McDonald.
And he fires one incomplete.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Out of the gun, McDonald.
eluding the pressure right. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Now it's Fields.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Tanner Muse charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
McDonald.
And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, it's Montgomery. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down, Bears.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Being chased out left. Oh, a strip. The ball comes up, and the Raiders pick it up.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers, In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right?
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing is Mcdonald. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd down, Swift. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
McDonald sets to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
No gain on the play.
They'll try it now with Swift. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. On play action, Fields.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Fields. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Three yards remain for second down.
A give. This is Montgomery. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Montgomery. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
Rolling to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 36. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Here's McDonald to throw. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's McDonald. Flush to his right. Open man, that's Renfro. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Hunter Renfro, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Fields. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To throw on 3rd down, McDonald. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Raiders! T.J. Hawkinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Off play action, Fields. Looking deep downfield. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act in the third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Montgomery. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Casey Hayward. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack.
Fields.
And a pressure gets to him again. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. He's going to try and go deep again.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Second and 10. Fields.
Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50.
And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. Fields now to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
David Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Bears cut into that lead.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to throw. McDonald. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll roll him out right.
That's complete to Mooney.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. From the gun, Fields. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. To the air again, Fields. Rolling to his right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
7 yards, the pickup there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll buy some time right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 35-yard line.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
McDonald. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
He's got a man complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Las Vegas,
they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.